Hi guys, this video is going to be about getting started in wood turning. So I'm going to go through everything you need, everything you might want, and yeah, and even if you're not getting started, you can still get some tips hopefully, or some advice on what to get if you want more equipment. So now before we look at getting a lathe, I'm just going to go through some of the things that you'll need that are still really important but not as expensive or as big as the lathe. So let's get to it. To getting started, you do need them. It's a good quality dust mask or safety goggles as well. These are extremely important because obviously for safety. I tend to use both most of the time. Okay, these are, if you've got a face shield, even better. If you've got one with a built-in dust mask in there, that's really good as well. So it's up to you really. These you can get for like tenner, fiver, you know, anywhere between there really. Even if you've got like a pair of sunglasses or something like that, that would do. But I'd probably spend the time just to get a good pair of safety goggles. But yeah, I got these from Axminster. You can, if you've got their catalogue, you can just have a look in the safety section, and they have some good safety goggles on that as well. Now, I didn't really go on about dust masks. Let's say I've got a good one here. Okay, it's don't know what make it is, but you just need a good quality one. Alright, I would advise getting one of these. If you're going to be going out there extremely regularly, like definitely every day, you might want to get a more expensive face shield with a built-in dust mask as well. So I think I mentioned that earlier. They're probably more expensive, but you know, it's a good line to go down if you want to be getting something like that. So that's basically it for those things. Now let's take a look at the tools. So the basic tools you're going to need to start off are roughing gouge, spindle gouge, bowl gouge, skew chisel, parting tool, and a round nose scraper. They're the tools that you're going to really need to start off wood turning. So now we've covered safety and the tools, let's take a look at the lathes you might want to have. Before buying a lathe, you need to think if you want a lathe that can fit large spindles or that can fit large bowls, so like wide pieces on there. So you firstly need to make that decision. Next decision you're going to need to make is if you want a lathe which is going to supply its own legs, or one that is going to be put on a bench. So you need to think if you've got a bench which you could use, which is the right height for your lathe to go on, or do you want one with its own legs? So now you've made that decision, you might want to think about quality, what sort of quality you want from your lathe. So there's going to be ones which are going to be not as good quality as others, so you might want to have a look online at the different makes and look at some reviews to see how good some are. Personally, I wouldn't order a lathe because you can't actually see how good it is because you haven't actually seen it and had to go with some of the features on it. So personally, I'd go to a place like Axminster Tools, which sells lathes brand new, so that you can actually have a look how they are and how they handle. You need to make sure that the tailstock and headstock line up. If they don't, that's not going to be any good. So I think that's it about choosing a lathe. Now let's take a look at some extractors. So a great place for buying dust extractors is Axminster Tools. They sell a great variety of different extractors. Let's take a look at some of the ones that they do. So the one I've got is right here. It's actually the smallest one that they do in their whole range. So they do quite a lot more on the next page, I'm sure. Bigger ones. If you've got their catalogue, if you've got this catalogue, it's page 102 in their second section, which is dust extraction and wood waste. If you go to one of Axminster Tools shops, they don't actually sell these. You can just get them for free on the way out. In my past videos you've probably heard it on the dust extractor that I've got. It's really good, really good one, and it's about £140, so it's quite expensive, not mega, but fantastic machine. So now we've taken a look at dust extractors, let's take a look at angle grinders. These are really important because you won't be able to sharpen your tools, therefore you'll have a really blunt edge which will make it really hard for cutting. Here are some angle grinders in the Axminster Tools catalogue, so you can get a good variety here. There are some more on previous pages as well. They do a wet grinding system and dry grinding system. Personally I have a dry grinding system. They're quicker, give a good finish as well. This is page 521 in section 18, which is 18, which is sharpening, grinding and polishing. So if you want to have a look in their catalogue, go in that section. So the ones that you were just seeing there, price range from about £180 to £200, something like that. So they're quite expensive, not mega, but a great thing to invest in. Last thing you're going to need, guys, is going to be a bench, something to put your angle grinder on, or maybe even your lathe. So in the Axminster catalogue there's a good one here. They have another one there, they have some more on some other pages. Great for storing things in. There's quite a good one there. You can like put your lathe on there, or angle grinder or something. These ones great for storage. Great for storing little bits in, storing your screw threads or live centres or something. These are relatively expensive. Just taking a look at the prices on here, there's a good one for about £300, so that's relatively expensive. And a mobile trolley thing, which is for putting small things in. It's got quite a lot of pockets there to put things in. That's about £400, so that's a lot of money. If you think it's necessary, then do it, but otherwise I wouldn't recommend doing that for if you've got a cheap budget. So one of the last things is going to be a handsaw. For starting off, at least, you're going to need a handsaw. If you're going to be doing it a lot and you're going to be chopping up bits of wood a lot, then you might want to be considering a bandsaw. In the Axminster catalogue they sell a good variety of bandsaws, different sizes, different prices, so you can get some good ones there if you're looking for something like that. Otherwise you can just go to B&Q, just get a handsaw. So I think I've covered everything I need to cover there about getting started, but the last thing that is completely necessary is a good space. You need a pretty good space to do wood turning. You're going to need space for the lathe and space behind you to work around, stuff like that. So if you've got part of a garage, you want to sacrifice half your garage maybe for your wood turning stuff, that would be a good thing to do. Or if you've got a workshop, really good. If you're doing it as business or whatever, that's really good. If you've got a shed, that'd be good, putting it in a shed. That's a good place to do it as well. I have part of our garage, but soon I'm going to be getting a shed so that I can put all my stuff in there and I'll have a lot more space and videos are going to be a lot better. Thanks for watching, guys, hope you enjoyed this video.